Okay, here's a great benefit to anybody that's been doing Zoom meetings. This is the voice of St. Louis, KMOX. My name is Bo Matthews. My next guest is Nancy Friedman, a well-known and popular customer service keynote speaker. She's a Chicago girl, but she lives in St. Louis, and she has been dubbed the telephone doctor. But a headline came across my computer screen that said, "Don't be a Zoom zombie." So if you're listening to the radio, I want you to be able to find the video that Nancy and I are going to do, because it's on my Facebook page as well. But I wanted to do this in real time because I've actually experienced dealing with Zoom zombies. So welcome to KMOX, Nancy Friedman.
Thank you. You almost were a Zoom zombie. I'm going to put a rat on you.
Okay. So first of all, would it be lighting?
Dark. There we go. Somebody loves you.
No. So if I back away, okay, I'm a bald guy, and for people listening, again, you're gonna have to see the video to get the gist of it. I do have this light right here.
Yes, I like that. You look
Okay.
tan and sexy.
And then I have this light right here. Now I look a little creepy.
Yeah, creepy.
Yeah, and there's another one. See, so there is lighting problems that go on with Zoom calls, and so you really have to have that. What kind of contraptions are out there to help people with light?
I got a $39 looks like two fluorescent lights here, $39 stand, and it has one of those bendable arms, and it's sitting on a nightstand. So I mean, it's high and up. I don't wish, but if the computer were facing the window that's behind me, I wouldn't need the light, because the human or outdoor lighting is probably the best for anybody.
It is the best. It is the best. And the reason I wanted to talk to you is because I've been doing a lot of Zoom meetings too. Nancy Friedman, the telephone doctor, is now the Zoom doctor as well. And she called me out right away. I violated code number 2, and I guess that was about lighting, right?
Oh, yes, because people sit there in the dark, and this is television. Let's face it, Bo. This is television.
And you have to have lighting, and you obviously have a makeup and hair crew, which I don't have or don't have a need for.
You don't need it.
Okay, so let's start at number 1. For those people, again, that are doing Zoom meetings, whether it's for school or for, just parties, online, just seeing family, or if it's business. So much business is being done online. What's the number 1 rule you don't want to violate?
Oh, that's hard to say. The number 1 rule that we put down was the fake background. It's fun, and I say do it with your friends, but you're in a business meeting, and people know you're not in San Francisco. They know you're not in Australia. They know you're not, in a Cucamonga, wherever it is.
Right.
So I believe that the comfort of your own home and the studio, and I had one Zoom meeting where they kept changing. I was changing the background.
Right.
Very distracting. I would save that for the family, for the fun ones, for the happy hours that are very popular now.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about a Zoom business meeting, and I'm not saying be strict, because you got to have fun at a business meeting anyway, unless ahead of time. And here's something I didn't think of. If I was holding a Zoom meeting for 7 people, 12 people, whatever, I would say, pick a background, and we want to guess where it is.
Okay.
And so
make
you
it
can
a
have
game.
fun. You can have fun with it. But what the annoyance was, to keep changing the background. First I'm in New York, then I'm in California, then I'm in Hawaii. No.
Well, I had an experience. It was an interview that I was doing. It was a very attractive lady. She was just staring at her screen like a zombie, just like you called it, Zoom zombie. And I'm thinking to myself, even in radio, we are taught to smile, because a smile can project through just the telephone or over the microphone of a radio. So I've been taught to do that. But so many people just stare at their screen like they're playing a video game, and it's very tough. So isn't it amazing, though, how you've gone from the telephone doctor to now guiding people for this? And I think it's very important that people understand what you're doing.
Thanks, Bo. I appreciate it. I don't believe that, Zoom came on, it's been there for years. We've all used it, but very sparingly, and not very popular until this hit. And then all of a sudden, everybody's Zoom. I think one of the key components is, because it's so new, to me, it's like driving a car. You don't get in the car and just drive. Have somebody teach you how to use Zoom.
Yeah.
Get a 12-year-old. Get a 14-year-old.
Yeah, don't they know everything?
Yeah, exactly. But doing it, practicing online. Now, wait a minute. Let's see what this does. Okay, who's got what? I can't see you. oh, you went dark, and now I can't hear you.
And just in recent past, just because of everybody, all the TV network anchors, they're doing their TV bits, and there's been a guy busted with not wearing pants. There was another one where his dog was going crazy. There was another one where a naked woman was crawling by the back of it. I'm like, oh my gosh, control the environment. Now, I'm actually recording this in my recording studio at my home. It's because of what I do.
Right.
But your office is your office. It doesn't have to be any place special. This is you. Just make sure the beer cans are put away, and anything you don't want seen, right?
Yeah, even the kitchen. Everybody's got a kitchen. We all know what a kitchen looks like, and a microphone. Who was it? I think Dana Perino did one in her kitchen, and I
Yeah.
thought, she's got the same microwave I do. Does that make us cousins?
It does make me feel like a creeper because I've seen a lot of music artists doing their shows from their own environment, their own home, their own basement. And I'm looking in the background. I'm like,
Yeah,
ooh,
we want to see details.
Nancy's got a cork board on the back there. She's got her file cabinet. Why do we do this? Here's another thing that I want to ask about, because I'm waiting for computer screens to actually get the camera right in the center of your screen
Instead of this.
instead of
Yeah.
people looking up, because a lot of people don't look up, even whether it's on your phone
Right.
or whether it's on your computer. What do you do with that?
Well, you have a background. I have a theater background, and we've owned a couple radio stations, so I know a little bit more what to do than maybe the normal person.
Right.
Most people look at their screens. That's, I won't say second best, but that's at least better than looking down here and we're okay. What am I going to do? I mean, a lot of people do this, and okay. So, Bo, let's talk about real background, good lighting. Okay, let's talk about the next one, and nobody can see you. So,
Right.
second best is at least look into the screen because they know you're looking at the screen. The best is to look up at your camera. And it's funny that you say that. I'm thinking, where else could I put this camera? I could put it here, but then it would be at the side, and I can't see how I look. I'm trying to see how I would look if I just looked to the side.
Yeah, I've seen that problem too.
But I agree with you. Somebody needs to build. Who builds computers? LG. Put a camera right smack dab in the middle.
Absolutely.
We're looking.
Then it's kind of like when you watch a news anchor. They're reading the teleprompter. There's some that are really good. Their eyes never move, and then there's some guys that are really bad. It's like they're going back and forth. So it's crazy. So what else have you transferred from the on hold or the phone doctor to Zoom that is crucial for what we're doing here today as we're talking to people about those that are doing Zoom? This is basically a free lesson to help you out. We're just wanting to help you out.
But the big one that bothers most people that I hear is when people, and I didn't bring it, but when people eat on the, I'm gonna just have some. I gotta. Okay, you don't mind. I forgot lunch, and so I'm gonna have lunch now. And
I hear all that.
Don't realize we're on television. I keep saying that. If people would realize you're on television,
Yeah.
and there's a microphone there, the slightest noise. My husband, who is not on social media, and so some of this still goes over his head.
Right.
We did a meeting, and he had a bottle of champagne, and he kept banging it on the table. And the whole family, thank God it was a family group, said, "Get Dick's champagne off the table," because it kept going clunk, 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 clunk.
Wow.
But it happens to the best of us. We've all had malfunctions. You deal with them, but when you can prevent them, it's like getting a vaccine shot. You can prevent all of this. Clear your desk. Make sure something's not making noise.
Right, or make sure something's not behind you.
Yeah, and somebody said they were just on with somebody who, and I don't have anything to do it with, but they had a cereal bowl, and they were eating right on screen. So I mean, I guess everybody's got it's like everybody has a horror story on the telephone. We hear them on Zoom now.
You know what? You just made me realize that people that are eating their cereal on their Zoom calls are the ones that eat their cereal while they're driving in rush hour traffic on their way to work.
Probably, Yeah. Well, there were 10 tips, and I do need my glasses for this one. Talk about, and we lost our puppy about a year ago, but
I'm sorry.
it wasn't a puppy, but thank you. The dogs barking and the kids screaming. And again, I'm talking business meetings, family parties, happy hours, anything goes. I don't care. I'm not criticizing or making notes. But when you know you have a Zoom meeting and you get invited to a Zoom meeting Thursday at 4 o'clock, prepare for it.
Yeah, just a little bit, just a few thoughts.
Yeah, just, the dog, the kids, somebody should be helping you there during a Zoom meeting. And oh, Nancy, I live alone. I have nobody. Then get the kid to go to sleep, take a nap, bribe them. I don't care. Watch
Right.
television. Give them an iPad. They'll be fine for 20 minutes or whatever. Or
It
don't
sounds like
schedule the Zoom.
it sounds like it's in your face, advice, but it's true. We all need this bluntly 2x4 marketing upside the head. We have cats, and I'm not a big fan of cats, but I'm less of a fan of mice, so that's why we have cats. So I've been recording and doing things, and all of a sudden it'd be like, and that's the nails into my leg. It's like, get away from me, Sketch. Anyway, so what's next on your list for our listeners and our viewers?
It's funny. They weren't in any particular order, so I'm not complaining. The eating and drinking. This bothers me a lot, and you and I are aware of it because of our backgrounds. But even not even the pros, but the people that the pros interview on, I'll say Fox News because that's what I was watching.
Sure.
Every sentence started with, so let me say, so then, and that drives us crazy, my husband and I.
It's self-editing is what it's called, right?
I'm not sure what it's called. I've never had a name for it. It's like I can't start a sentence without the word "so."
So I used to go to the Gold's Gym up the road.
So, me too.
And my trainer used to do that, and I think he wanted to sound more intelligent, like he was deep in thought. The other faux pas that I think, and maybe you'll disagree, but when somebody makes a statement to you, and let's say you're giving advice about lighting, you got to make sure you have the right lighting, right? They are like trying to convince you with the word right.
Confirmation, yeah.
What is that? Right?
Right, yeah. Those are words that we're not aware of, and it takes a long time to have one funny story, if you allow me. I had a salesman, I still have her, and every sentence, we monitored the calls, and every sentence she started with to answer a question from a client was, well, actually, we can do that. Well, actually, we can do that. So actually was her word. So I called her in and I said, I don't want to criticize you, but are you aware that you overuse a certain word, and that word is actually? And she says to me, well, actually, I wasn't aware. Everybody has one word that we overuse. We all do it. We don't recognize it. But if you asked your partner or somebody and said, hey, what word do I overuse? They're going to say, you use well a lot, or you use so a lot, or you use alrighty then.
I read an article a long time ago, and it was about the term and okay? I used to actually make it a radio game. Tell me your 10 favorite songs without saying the word or I believe that the article that I read talked about, and I'm no psychologist, but I believe what it's doing is your mouth is waiting for your brain to catch up. So you're spanning a little bit of time going, or so there I was.
Possibly, like you, I played on TV once. I played a psychologist. That's as far as I go.
Oh, bring it.
Yeah, right. I don't have that. I just was the commencement speaker for my granddaughter's high school graduation, which I was so proud of. I almost sent you the link. It's short, 13 minutes.
Oh,
I noticed that I kept saying, yeah. So, and then I got to work on it. It was not a bad yeah. It was a confirmation yeah, and probably nobody else noticed it, because I would have heard about it from my family. But there again, self-critiquing. We all know, especially those of us who deal with the public, we know that there are corrective things to be done.
Yeah.
So that's good. So be careful. Once in a while is okay, but every word. This is fun. See where your name is on Bo Matthews and see, I put Nancy. We can change that. If you just right click and it says rename down there.
I can't do it while I'm recording for some reason.
You can't. All right. So I'm going to cancel that.
So what should I put?
Well, I got to keep this clean. Okay. So you can put anything you want. You can put your email. You can put your mother's maiden name. You can put, today I'm Susie Smith. The point is, I put Nancy at telephonedoctor.com, and I can rename it. Brings you up a little screen, and it says enter a new screen name. I cancel that because I want to just leave Nancy at telephonedoctor.com, but I could put Nancy Friedman. I could put the telephone doctor. I could put happy birthday.
Telephone goddess.
Oh, there's that. Oh, good. I could put Zoom doctor, now the Zoom doctor or whatever.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is though, there's a lot of you know what? I don't think my camera is, there we go.
What's different? What did
Well,
you do?
well, I'm not sure. I moved my camera. I had moved it earlier, but you can still see me, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and mine's connected to my laptop lid, so I can't really move it. But well,
Okay.
these are all great suggestions for people. I do appreciate you joining me because if and again,
I
I'm
do have, I'm going to interrupt you only because we left off the most important one.
oh, what is that?
Well, that's this one.
Half a head? Yeah, don't touch your face, right? You're not supposed to. Okay.
So I want to talk to you about our meeting last week. Uh,
And don't pick your nose. That's probably more important.
that's that's very important. But yeah, keep your hands. You know, your hand doesn't belong on the cheapies. First of all, it wrinkles up your face, so that's
Yeah.
a no. But no, you're a great, Bo, and I so appreciate KMOX is near and dear to our heart. That's a whole nother lunch date as to why it is.
Wow. Did you own it at one time? You said you owned a
We
radio
did
station.
not. We did
Oh,
not. We
okay.
had a. Are you native St. Louis?
I've been here since 1988, so pretty close.
All right. So are you familiar with the weather line that was at KMOX, the dial-in weather line?
No,
321-2222.
I don't recall
Well,
that.
well, that's it's been there much longer than that. We were the largest provider of weather information by phone in the country, and our St. Louis weather line was handled at KMOX. If there's anybody there from that time, they will remember it. The newsroom probably still is doing it. No, I don't think so. We took it out. Never mind. We go back a long way. You're very good at what you do, and I hope we can do this again.
Well, thank you very much, Nancy, for your time. And again, if you have the subjects of things that you take care of, just for a final plug for your company, you guys do customer service coaching for phone etiquette, correct?
Yes, the online training, serviceskills.com, and that's really what I should have put in there. Serviceskills with an S.com is a popular 15 series platform on customer service management, internal, external, 15 fabulous series, 150 modules, very popular worldwide, over 30,000 clients. Get a free demo, complimentary demo. So if they're listening and they want a demo, serviceskills.com.
So important with everybody moving to remote work. So Nancy, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day. We'll talk again soon,
I
okay?
hope so, Bo. Stay well.
All right. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.